I am going to talk about standards. Well, I'm really going to talk about leveling up. So, since I've become a mom, I would say that I have raised my standards just in general because I have this human that I am responsible for. So, I take that pretty seriously. I take my job as a mom pretty damn seriously. So, I have raised my level and my standards of operating, I would say quite a bit. I probably doubled it because when I wasn't a mom, I lived a life of good enough. Oh, that's good enough. That's good enough for me. I'm happy with that. That's good, right? Like, because I didn't want to create too much work for myself or the other person. I didn't want to create tension. I just wanted to get it done. I didn't care too much about the standards of whatever it is that I was working on or whatever it is that I was doing. But now I am at a point in my life where I'm like ready to live my best life, like the Oprah life, the Tony Robbins life, that kind of life. And I realized that in order for me to even be considered for that life, I have to level up my standards dramatically. And I'm not just saying like waking up earlier or just doing things better. I'm really talking about like raising my level of standards, my mode of operation from, for example, from reading things thoroughly and not just skimming through things like I used to or did. And I probably will still do that with things that I think aren't, that important. But for the most part, my whole life, I'd skim. And now, skimming doesn't work when you want to live at a certain level. And I'm assuming Tony and Oprah probably have some legal team that reads everything for them. But for me, because I don't have that yet, I really do have to be very detailed and very thorough with my work. And not just my work with my clients, but my own life, my own personal life. I've got to be really mindful and extremely thorough and do complete work in all areas of my life to level up my standards. And then eventually, when I get to that level, I'll be able to hire my legal team to look through things. But for now, I don't have that. But it's a really good practice for me to be able to take the time, the energy, and the effort to do things the way that, I know it should or even could be done. Right, beyond my expectations, beyond what was good enough for me. Like what could it be, right? And at that point when I know, oh man, that's it, that's fire, that's it, that's like beyond what I could imagine, that is probably where I should probably be operating. Not probably, I've got to be operating. So, I invite you to look in your life in the areas of life that are important to you and where you're saying that that's good enough, whether it's a relationship, whether it's the work that you do every day, whether it's a project or a post that you put out, whatever it is, I would say look at that to see, where are you settling with good enough, and then really create what and where you want to be and what level that you want to play at, what game you want to play at. It's pretty new to me, but I think it's a game worth playing, right? This level of like excellence, and not just excellence, it's like extraordinary. Maybe not, that might not even be the word, but just whatever that word is, that's more than just good and way more than good enough. So I hope you all liked today's post, and I'd love to hear what you think and what you thought about when it comes to this conversation around standards and leveling up your standards. All right, peace out.